Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back. So, I just saw something here that I really want to talk about, and I just want to put this out here. I saw this from comicbook.com, so obviously I will leave a link down below to the article. You can read more about what they're saying here. I want to get my thoughts on one thing here that apparently this was posted on Reddit and it's AMC Networks or something like that. It's a survey from AMC and they're asking people, why did you watch episode 1 from season 6 of Fear the Walking Dead? And all the options are pretty normal options. Like all of them are just like, I'm a fan of AMC, I'm a fan of this actor or this actress, I heard great reviews, or I want to see if Morgan survives. All of it is like very basic things. But one of the options on there is I want to see if Madison returns. And so that's why that got everyone thinking right now that maybe, just maybe, AMC is thinking about bringing Madison back, because if that's a big reason why a lot of fans are watching, and because Fear the Walking Dead's getting so much better right now, maybe bringing Madison back wouldn't be that bad of an idea. And it might actually really resurrect this show. I mean, the writing right now is doing amazing. I would say the first episode was really great. I still haven't watched the second episode, but if they continue this and the show gets a lot better and there's all these teases to Madison's return, Fear the Walking Dead could be a really great show. Think about that, having Madison on there with Morgan and Dwight and Sherry, and then you have Alicia reacting to all of that, and Strand as well, right? Because Strand also goes back with Madison to the first season. This is exciting. This really is exciting, and I just really wanted to put this out here because I saw this and I was like, you know what? It makes so much sense to do that with the character. There's a lot of characters where it's like, can this character come back? Like, you know what? Like, think about it like this. They brought Morales back. Like, that was the most out there option or storyline that they could have ever introduced in anything related to The Walking Dead. If they can bring Morales back, they can bring Madison back to Fear the Walking Dead easily, because there's so much proof that Madison survived. First of all, her death situation wasn't like she was trapped and that was it. She was stuck up against the wall. She could have climbed up that wall, could have climbed up anything. The fire and all that stuff that went off, like that could have prevented the walkers from getting closer to her. She could have gotten away pretty easily. And maybe she actually passes out. She's underneath something. She doesn't burn or anything like that. Or maybe she does have some burns, but she wakes up the next day and somehow she survived. Like, there's so many ways you can easily explain that. There's so many things that you can do there. And not even that. In season 5, I believe, we saw a lot of these ladders and stuff like that, and it was like rising from ashes. It was something like that. I can't remember exactly what happened there. You guys would have to, if you guys know, correct me down below. But we saw this flame underneath and like a ladder coming out of the flame, and it wasn't really ever explained from what I remember. So again, it's like there is so much evidence supporting that Madison will probably return to Fear the Walking Dead. And the actress hasn't really said no. She just says that, this is a show where you can be gone just like that, but if they want to, they could also bring you back. And I do agree with that, especially in her case anyways. Some characters you can't really. So I know Walking Dead and all of them, like they won't go near certain characters because you just can't bring them back. But Madison, that's a character you can easily bring back. And I think there is such a strong possibility here. It's crazy. Like, I really think that because they put this here, I think this could be AMC, potentially anyways, and this is just my opinion, but I think this could be them, wondering what to do with the franchise in the future and just wanting to see if maybe people don't really watch for that reason anymore. Maybe people are watching for other reasons. Maybe Madison isn't really an option, right? If other people are clicking on other things, then maybe they're like, you know what, we don't have to bring Madison back. But if there's like this overwhelming response from fans to bring Madison back, then at least in my opinion, I think that they might try to work something in there, which I think it's the best decision. Like, honestly, I'd still like to know that. Actually, you know what? I'll ask you guys that. Post down in the comments down below. Why are you still watching Fear the Walking Dead? Is it because you're a fan of certain actors, certain characters? Are you hoping that Madison's going to return? Like, what's the reason specifically for watching Fear the Walking Dead still? And also, why did you tune into the premiere? For me personally, I want Madison to return. I'm not necessarily watching for that. I'm watching right now because all the trailers and everything looked really good. And just everything, it's all the reviews for it anyways. It seems like Fear the Walking Dead is going into a better direction. And based off of the premiere, it was such a solid and really amazing episode that I want to continue watching. And that was just based off of their writing and just their expertise at doing all this stuff. That's, they didn't have to do any tricks, do anything like that. Just solely based off of that episode. It was a really solid, amazing episode. That's what got me into watching Fear the Walking Dead again. So we'll see where they go from here. I definitely am going to check out the rest of the season. I just hope that the writing and everything is just as great. But if you add that element of Madison's return and you're building up to that, then everything just makes a lot of sense, because they said that season 4 and 5 were building up to 6. And I have a hard time believing that, because yeah, the story lines up to this point, but there was so much stuff that you didn't need to do in 4 and 5. But if you bring Madison back, then it all lines up, because in 4, they were all depressed about all this stuff. And then 5, they wanted to help people. And so they did that. And then they all went on these pretty emotional journeys. But a lot of the things that they dealt with, it was exploring Alicia on her own, and a lot of people adapting to becoming more, I guess not leaders on their own, right? But just surviving and all of that. But if Madison was still around, then it really could make a lot of sense, especially if you kind of tie it and connect it to Virginia and things there, and just stuff that's going on with Ginny and all that. Like, I think there's a way that you can actually pull all of this off. And I wanted to put this out here because I saw that and I was like, whoa, is that what they're doing? Is it possible that that's what they're doing? I mean, could you imagine the excitement? Honestly, I think for Fear the Walking Dead, what they should just do with that, if they do that, obviously, there's going to be some people who do find out early, and they might just post it, and it's going to be spoiled on the internet somewhere. But I think a smart thing to do would just have the episode play out, and that's it. Just have the episode play out. Madison returns at the end, and it's just that shocking. Don't announce anything, because Fear the Walking Dead right now is doing so well just on its own. I don't think they need to do things like that. Just literally have the episode out. Madison will return at some point, even if it's not this season. Maybe it's, well, I mean, they're filming season 6 right now, so they could pull something off for the end of this season. But if not, then maybe scheduling is a little off. Then maybe for season 7, just maybe hint at something in the finale or something. I'm wondering why they put that question there. It could be just simply because they want to see if that's why people are watching, and maybe people are not watching for that reason anymore, which maybe is a good thing for them. But then again, why post it? Because if people are saying say that's the most chosen answer, what are they going to do with that information? Are they just going to be like, oh, okay, so I guess fans are you know what I mean? There's got to be a reason for posting that answer in there, and I don't really know what it is, but I'm praying and I'm kind of leaning towards it being that, yeah, I think that they're trying to see if there's still an audience out there for bringing Madison back, and if it's worth all their time and effort to do that, which I would say, yes, I think it would be, at least for the people. Actually, you know what? Just comment that down below, because I'll know based off that. If you guys want Madison to return to Fear the Walking Dead, put yes, and then explain your reasons. And if you don't, put no, and also explain your reasons. So I'm going to go through the comments. I want to see where everyone's at with this. I wish I could do a poll in the comment section, but I want to see where everyone's at with this, just because, yeah, I mean, if the fan base really wants this to happen, and because her death was so open-ended, it's crazy. It makes obvious sense. And this way, you're also connecting to the first season, because when this show ends, Madison will probably live, and Alicia, I'm guessing. And then you're ending Fear the Walking Dead with the Clark family, right? Then the spin-off show makes so much sense. You start off with season 1, and then in 4, Nick dies, which is really tragic. Madison apparently dies. And then you're just following Alicia and Morgan for a bit. And then maybe at the end of 6 or early in 7 or something, Madison returns. And say Fear ends with season 8 or 9 or 10 or something like that, then Madison will have been there for a very long time. Everything connects, and they can go and do other things. And then if Madison's there, you can actually bring back Tobias and all that, because that kind of makes sense. Tobias, the only person he knew was Madison from the Clark family and all that, so that's why they can't really go back and do that, because it just kind of makes no sense. And even right now, bringing Tobias back is kind of a stretch, because it's just been so long. But yeah, I'm all for bringing back Madison, in my opinion. I think it's the smartest move they can make, and I'm hoping that this was a sign right here. So post all your thoughts down below. Let me know what you guys think about all of this. Do you think that this is a sign that they might want to bring her back, and that they're trying to see if there's any kind of fan interest there? Or no, do you think this was just simply a question on there? And if that's the case, why do you think they posted that on there? Also, post if you want Madison to return and why, and if you don't want her to return and why. Hope you guys all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.